Welcome to Misfit Union. This is a childhood mini bike. In fact, it originally was owned by my uncle when he was a child, and then got passed down through the family. So I grew up riding this. As you can see, she's pretty old and weary, but to be honest, not much different from when we had it. So picked it up recently, which I was super stoked about. Doesn't have the original engine, unfortunately, so we're going to swap that out and yeah, get her running again. Can't wait. So the engine does actually run, but it's not a very good engine. And the chain's not hooked up, so you can't actually ride it at the moment. So here's the newer engine, or a better engine to put in it. Not sure if she runs, but mate Tim at Hustler Minibikes, Little Hustler Minibikes, gave me this, and yeah, I think it could be a better fit for the bike. It's also an engine that's a bit easier to get parts for, so it's a good place to start. We'll chuck some fuel on it, see if it runs. Originally the bike, I think, I was told had a 2-stroke chainsaw motor in it, which they promptly removed due to how dangerous it was and how fast it was. Could be kind of cool to switch back to something like that, but for now it's about getting her running and reliable, and yeah, having some fun first, you know. I've never actually used this engine before, but it looks similar, so I'll turn it on. Looks like we're going to choke this way, fuel on that way, so it's probably close enough. I'm not sure if there's a prime anywhere. There's normally a prime somewhere, isn't there? Or is that just lawnmowers? I don't know. We'll see. Ooh. That was a bit of a mess one. Oh yeah. Already runs better than the other one. Not bad. After talking to Tim, the plan is to remove the engine, remove the wheels, basically strip it back to the frame, make sure the frame hasn't got any problems. Like, I can see a bit of a crack down here, so I need to weld that up. We'll change the rear, how that's set up. It looks like a bit of a custom job at the moment, and we'll switch it to the Little Hustler setup so we can run some more modern wheels. I do like the old wheels. The size looks really cool, but it's kind of hard to get all of the parts like back brake and other things to fit when it's all kind of custom. So I think we'll just go with the easy part route, and Tim's going to help me out with that, so that's pretty cool. So I think the first thing we'll do is start with the seat, give us more access to things. Is that fitting? Yes. seat actually looks quite ugly to most, but it's actually very comfortable. This is part of the good fond memories of this bike. We probably will upgrade it. Cool. Pretty simple setup. Take off this clutch cover. Got a block of wood down the bottom. So this is actually a True Test bike. By the way it was put together, I think it was a kit set. So yeah, it's a bit modified to what I think they came from factory. It's like a skateboard wheel. Not sector 9, I don't think. And that was held on by some zip ties. So I just moved inside because my phone stopped recording because it's too hot. On our way to summer here in New Zealand. So I want to get this ready for summer. Take her up to the shops, get an ice cream or something. So I'll try and reuse as much of this as I can. As always, look, Phillips flathead. It's just classic old New Zealand bike stuff. Ah, wasn't even attached properly. Looks like a coat hanger mod. Coat hanger's probably older than I am. I might find this interesting. Instead of slotting the engine into those holes, they've put it somewhere further back, and then for some reason used a, well actually I know why they've used a block of wood to raise it at the back. So it's not actually sitting flat. It's because these wheels are quite large. Look at the clearance on that. So good how light these things are, right? That's how it was sitting on there. The good news is, Tim's hooked me up with a nice new plate to mount the engine as well. So that'll be nice. Get that thing looking real good. Let's see if I can sneakily get this in. Don't know if she will or not. Might be easier from this side. Right, yeah. Made for it. What size is that? 9. What's interesting about this is originally, see how it's got 1 and 2 springs? That second small spring is actually supposed to be up here to help with the rebound. Not sure if they did it for clearance or someone just put it back together wrong. So when it goes back together again, that will be fixed. So really, it should be going like this. Let's use this to keep it all together. So that's how it should look. So it's the rebound spring. Thanks Tim for the educational lesson. Anyway, it's coming out, so. Yeah, choice. Last but not least, it's also missing bolts, which is definitely confidence inducing. You know what else is a bit worrying? This, a flathead. So that's cool. Man, really was just taken from the parts bucket. Honestly, something that I'd do, so it's probably my dad that did that. Last part will be just removing that bar that they've jammed through. But hopefully. In fact, they might have put it through because if you have a look here, there's actually a slight crack in the frame. So we can re-weld that up, get that all tidy, but it might be why they've used the bar. Choice. So next step I'll need to do is grind off a bit, cut out a bit, these ones here. I'll cut that plate down the bottom, remove that, replace it with this. Before I cut that though, I'll need to weld this to the bench, make sure it doesn't move. And that part where the feet go, it's not actually straight. I'm not sure if you can see. Here it's got a kink in it, so I'll try and straighten that up and make it look good. Almost be better with a brand new piece of pipe, but that's alright. Just use what we have.